Your spouse doesn't just need your time, they need your best energy. And right now, Netflix is getting more of that than them. Hey, what's going on? I'm Joe.
And I'm Krissy.
And welcome to The Married Life. Listen, today we are talking about how to protect your energy, not just your time, because you can have plenty of time with each other, but if you don't have energy for one another,
what's the point?
and that's what I was waiting for you to jump in and say that.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm convicted here. I feel like I'm very terrible at this. And you help me a lot.
I do.
I don't know why I'm here.
Well, listen, we're here to help everyone today. We're all growing together. Why do you think you're terrible at this?
Because it's like your greatest strength is your greatest weakness. Like, I love people, so I give a lot of time. Like, when I'm in the moment, I'm there. Like, you get so mad at me. I don't have my phone. I lose track of time. I don't know what my next thing is because I'm like in the moment with that person. And so I give a lot of energy when energy is needed, and it's hard for me to like cut it off.
Yeah.
And so you've had to help me through that.
Yeah.
You're like, your meeting is going to be an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Right. I mean, because that is true. We only have so much time. And here's the thing that I've seen in our realm of work is that when you are pouring out to people constantly, then when you're with the people that you love the most, you could have a little bit of energy for them.
Yeah.
Now I say that between you and I, but same thing, you're watching out there. And if you're a stay-at-home mom, you're pouring out energy like crazy to your kids.
Yeah.
If you're a working mom, you're pouring out energy like crazy at work. Same thing for the dads. Again, I've told people this before. It's just, a hack you could literally do. Krissy and I used to do this when I didn't work out, or when I worked out of the house. Now I work in the house and I do the same thing still, is knowing when my energy is being depleted, that I know I schedule my day of like, okay, I'm most focused in the morning. So that's when I'm going to work on my creative stuff. Mid-afternoon is kind of like this, like we're recording right now. Like I'm not dead. I'm not drained. I'm not in my red zone. I'm in my yellow zone. So it's like, we've already been creative with putting stuff down. And so now we're just having a conversation.
Right.
The red zone is I'm checking email. I'm doing tasks that don't take a lot of thought, right? Responding to text messages, whatever. But because that red zone hits, and I'm sure some of you out there at 2 p.m., right? 2 p.m., you feel it. It's something.
So
it's
true.
something.
It comes for us all.
It does. And so what I do is I take a power nap. And a power nap has changed the game for me.
Little siesta.
Yeah, 100%. And it used to be like set a clock for 20 minutes or alarm for 25 minutes, whatever. My body's so used to it now. 10, 15 minutes in, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I want to sleep more. But
your body knows.
It knows. If I sleep too long, I get into a deep REM cycle, right? Then I wake up more groggy. So this is at that low level, or I guess that shallow level for sleep. So I wake up and I'm replenished, because I have also tried to use caffeine to give me energy.
I was just going to say, do you remember, I forgot who it was, but somebody introduced you to a nappuccino?
Yes.
Like, what is a nappuccino? But you're so good at your naps now. But a nappuccino, for everybody out there, if you want to try this, you drink a coffee and then you immediately take a nap. And so by the time the caffeine actually kicks in, you're done with your nap and you're awake. And so it's like you get both.
Double dose.
You get a double dose.
Yeah.
And so like you're ready to go for the day.
100%. And so what I found is I was taking in too much caffeine. And maybe somebody out there, you're like, I am actually taking in too much caffeine. And I'm trying to take in caffeine because I want to give energy to my spouse. I want to have energy with my kids. I want to have energy at night and have fun sex instead of just like, I'm kind of tapped out tonight.
Yeah.
And so it's like, but what can you do to grade that and look at? And again, sometimes we don't do these self audits of what is an energy sucker in my life? Because there's different energy suckers.
It's true. Well, I even want to touch base on what even you just said about too much caffeine. I guarantee you there are multiple people out there that just said, what? Too much caffeine? Is that even a thing? It's actually a thing. We have this conversation quite often with people that you actually don't know that you're overdosing on caffeine, because as much as I love coffee, it is a drug.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're blocking the receptors in your brain to actually rest. And so you think you're good, you think you're not tired, but you're exhausted. And when you go to bed at night, you're actually not getting in your deep sleep and you're just exhausted all the time.
Right.
And so that is a thing. Look it up. Fact check me. Go for it. But what is taking our energy?
Yep.
It might not even be taking a lot of time,
Mm-hmm.
but it's taking our energy.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're talking about today.
Yep. Well, that's even like in our Skool community. And so if you're looking for like a community of Christian believers that are married and like, but marriage just isn't perfect. Like, how am I missing this? What do I need? We have a Skool community. You can click the link below to join. But in our live group coaching, we are talking about that and some of the different like time suckers that we have. And so again, you can even comment below, like what's an energy sucker, not a time sucker. Sorry. We always know time's going everywhere, but different things take different amount of energy because some people say, well, I can't go to the gym because I don't have energy. But when you go to the gym, it actually gives you energy. And so, and something that's an energy sucker, just scrolling on your phone.
Right. I don't have energy to do anything else. I'm telling you, it is sucking your energy away.
Yep.
I don't want to think. I just want to be mindless and just laugh or catch up on news or whatever it is. But it is literally sucking energy out of you and you will feel more tired afterwards.
Well, you just even saying that, like if you want the energy sucked out of you, check up on the news. Like that's the worst thing to check up on.
That's a whole nother different level of energy though. That's true. It's like the negativity, the overload of information.
That's worldwide.
I just don't believe that we were physically made to consume this much like information. Obviously it's good, right? That we can help people from all around the world. And there's like definitely positives to it. But when we're constantly consuming ourselves with the negativity of the world, that is a way to suck your energy.
100%.
Out for sure.
100%. So something to look at even when it comes to energy, because if you don't have energy, you're not going to have sex. You need some good energy to have good sex. And so again, it's like, you don't want to plan to have intimacy when you're wiped out. So even the other night, I think it was a Sunday and we did a bunch on Sunday. And at night, I'm like, hey, I'm in the mood. And you're like, listen, I'm tapped out.
I was tapped out. We went from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah, it was nonstop.
It was nonstop.
And I knew like I was tapped out too, but I'm always in the mood.
There's
so I'm like, hey, you know what? Hey, why not? Let's see what happened. And obviously it didn't happen, but then it's like, okay, so Monday, what are we going to do to make sure we have energy? Again, like I think I took a power nap. I think you were going to take a power nap. Then you had a coffee. I don't remember if you did both, if you did a nappuccino or what you did, but, and praise God, we put the children to sleep at like 7 p.m.
They were wiped.
And listen, it's an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. Some of you out there, you're like, it can't be done. It can be done.
They were
we
so
have
exhausted.
Proof.
Well, I just think it's our responsibility as parents to keep a pulse on that for our kids.
Yeah.
Like, talk about energy. They're constantly being pulled in so many different directions with school. And I don't even know if your kids are old enough to have jobs, but homework, whatever it is, housework, all the things, sports. And so that's our responsibility too. So the reality is if you can't handle your own energy and get that all in order, there's definitely, your kids are not going to be healthy.
For sure.
You won't be able to help your kids out.
Yep. And so that's why like we have to be aware of rhythms in our life for ourselves,
That's right.
for our children. And so like rhythms, sleep rhythms. Do you have a bedtime? Like our bedtime is 10 p.m. That's why like our kids have a bedtime. Usually it's 8:30. So then we have that hour and a half together. So there's no distractions, right? Just hour and a half free zone. They come in and it happens every time they come in. All of a sudden somebody has a stomach ache, right? All of a sudden somebody has whatever. Like it's just.
They need a Band-Aid. Their leg is falling off.
Yeah.
They're dehydrated.
For the last 3 hours, they haven't said one thing, but
Nothing.
okay, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But still, we have a sleep rhythm. They're going to bed at 8:30. We're going to bed at 10. So that 8:30 to 10 o'clock, it's just for us. And hopefully, if we've maintained our energy good that day, if it's a night to have sex, then we have good sex because we have good energy. But hey, sometimes there's a Chick-fil-A night, it's just going to be quick. But something else, a rhythm to protect, you're working out. Your health rhythm, right? Going to the gym, your spiritual rhythm. What does it look like? Again, if you want energy. So today I came home for lunch before we recorded this podcast and I was tired. And you text me like, where'd you go? And I just went for a walk, just getting sun, some vitamin D, getting grounded, taking off my shoes, standing in the grass and just walk around and praying. And it's like understanding spiritually, right? Like what is it doing when I'm just staring at a screen all day or just pouring out and talking to others all day? It's like, I want to be at a healthy place for you when I get home, that we're engaging in conversation, that I'm just not like, like, hey, how was your day? I'm tired, long, whatever,
Always. That's always the answer.
For
but
me?
It's not even just me. No. But when we coach a lot of people. So join our Skool community. It's really awesome. But if you need more than that, we do personal one-on-one coaching. Can we put a link below? Mm-hmm. You're looking at me like, you idiot. But it's like, that is one of the things that we talk about a lot is that come home, you're exhausted. You got to get the kids ready. You got to get their homework and you got to do all the things that you're supposed to do at home. And you're just exhausted from one another. And I have this conversation. This seems so fleeting, but I have this conversation so often of these little foxes that are ruining the vineyard that you don't realize are actually sucking your energy out. Oh, I just want to go home and watch my show. Energy sucker.
Yep.
Oh, I just want to go home and do X, Y, and Z. I was scroll on my phone. Energy sucker. And so it's like we have to make sure that we are stewarding our day well. Because here's the thing. An hour on Reels scrolling probably isn't a big deal one time. You do that every day. And I know it's not even 1 hour because I know people. It is multiple times, more on the weekends. You're literally, if you do 1 hour a day, that's 7 hours a week.
Right. Gosh, that's
If you do more than that, I'm telling you, it is sucking the energy out of you.
I was actually just going to ask ChatGPT, what are some energy suckers? But then I think it's on, I can't think what that new mode is. And it's like doing too deep of a search. I'm like, bro, just give me some answers. ChatGPT is an energy sucker. Now you're taking too much time, ChatGPT. My goodness. Well, like even when it comes to our rest, right? A Sabbath, a day of rest. Jesus rested. Matter of fact, in Mark 6:31, it says, come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. Like Jesus invites us into rest. And so what does that look like? Because if your energy is low, again, how's your spiritual life? Because if you're physically depleted, you're going to be emotionally depleted, spiritually depleted. And so you have to be aware of that. Now, here's the thing too. Sometimes we think, well, I'm just going to sleep longer. So like my alarm goes off at 4:30. I wake up, do my devotional, go to the gym. I feel tired at 4:30 in the morning. I want to hit snooze multiple times. Matter of fact, last night, I woke up at 2 a.m. and then 3 a.m. And both times I'm like, yes, 2 more hours of sleep. The other time I was like, yes, another hour of sleep. But when that 4:30 comes around, I'm like, oh gosh, like it came so fast. But saying that, still, I don't let that keeping me from actually getting the energy going.
Yeah.
Right?
I learned something about hitting snooze.
Uh-oh, what'd you learn?
I know. It's like one of those things where you don't want to remember it, but now I'm like super convicted. So when your alarm goes off in the morning and you wake up to it, you're tired, right?
Yes.
Always. When you hit snooze and you go back to sleep, your body actually thinks that was a fluke in the system. And it actually gives your body more of the chemicals to put you in a deeper sleep. And so now you're going to be even more groggy. You're going to be even more tired. And it's going to do the opposite effect of you getting 20 more minutes of sleep that you think that you need in that moment.
Wow.
It's actually going to do your body a disservice because it's pumping in the chemicals saying, oh, this was a fluke in the system. You weren't supposed to wake up in this moment. And it pours whatever it is.
Wild.
To make your body go back to sleep.
Whoever made the snooze button is demonic. Like we just have to
It's true.
We just have to call them out.
I'm just saying.
Whoever they
don't
are.
hit the snooze button.
All right. So ChatGPT finally got back to me. Here's some things that might be wearing you out. We already talked about this. Constant phone use, right?
Yeah.
That's going to drain your energy. Excessive TV or streaming. Video games.
Yep. Oh.
Don't get Krissy started.
Don't get me started.
Right? What about this? Being distracted. Like it's an energy sucker, just being distracted. What about some practical? So poor communication.
I know that is an energy sucker for you.
It is.
I know it is for you. You hate long stories. You hate all that stuff.
It's like, yeah. Unresolved conflict.
I think that sucks the energy out of me.
There was somebody that we used to know back in Indiana, and this person was a vampire, an energy sucker, because of how much, like you were just saying, when it comes to like the poor communication, just talking and talking and talking. And it's like this 12-minute story could have been done in 3.
Yeah.
And it's like you
lost me 17 times because you went on 4 different rabbit trails. Like, I don't even know what you're
Where
saying
you
anymore.
at? Where are you at? Yeah, busyness, overcommitment, energy sucker. When you think your kids have to do everything.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, I want to free you from the lie. Your kids are not going to make it to the MLB. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh. No, it's true. Someone has to tell you. It's going to be me. And if they do, praise God, but they're not. They're not going to make it to the NFL. I'm just telling you, they're not going to make it to the NBA. Maybe the WNBA. I'm kidding. Sometimes we put such emphasis on our children's sports leagues, and then we're sacrificing our marriage, and we're doing it for our kids, and our kids aren't even going to make it. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying don't have them play sports.
Absolutely.
Our kids play sports. But it's even like last week, we had a meeting on Monday. So Krissy's like, hey, I'm just taking him to practice. First of all, it's a 4-year-old, and the practice for T-ball is an hour and a half. Like, it's a tee and a ball. How much practice can you have for T-ball?
And literally every game we show up to, it's like they've never picked up a baseball in their life.
Oh my gosh, it's embarrassing.
It's awesome.
It is. It's very entertaining. So Krissy was just like, hey, we're leaving.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to leave. We have a friend, he's a pastor in Arkansas, and his son was super good at baseball.
He was a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah. And everybody always just wanted him on the team. And he's like, yeah, he can play. I'm like, great. Here's our schedule. He's like, he won't be there on Sundays.
He won't.
And they would try and argue. He's like, we're committed to the local church. We're going to church on Sundays.
Right.
And every time they would make an exception for him. Yep. He doesn't have to be at our Sunday games because if your kids are that good, the scouts will find them.
They will find them.
You don't have to go around.
You can't hide.
Selling your kids and trying to get them to be something that they're not intended to be, and then you're wasting your energy.
Yeah. We go from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing with no margin, no breathing room for anything
100%.
else. I see parents all the time doing this. And like we said, we are not against sport. I played sports my whole life. I played all through college. I was like 4 until I graduated college. I played volleyball and softball.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's good for teams.
Yep.
Like building teams.
100%. Learning that communication with other people.
Learning communication.
Learning failure.
Right. Learning to fail and having other people feel it. Like, all of that is so important, but it is not the most important.
No.
The world doesn't revolve around your children. The world doesn't revolve around sports events. It revolves around God.
Yep.
And the way that God created our lives to be.
Yeah.
It's to make your spouse first, your children after that. And I promise you, once you get that rhythm down, you're going to feel more energized. You're going to be able to give more. You're going to be more pleasant to be around. Your children are going to love you more. I'm telling you.
Yep. So sometimes you just got to say no to the sport. You got to say no to the practice, say no to the game, say no to something. You got to learn to say no. We did a whole video on that. You can go back and watch on saying no, but here's something you can do. Because another thing ChatGPT said, and this is great. You don't have energy because you don't have a lack of shared vision. And that's why Krissy has.
It's right under all your
I know all my stuff is right here. The Blueprints of Marriage. Listen, you can get this book for free. There's a link below. I know that was so loud. All the stuff was literally on it. Just pay the shipping. Link's going to be below. This is where you can learn how do you get a vision for your marriage. So go ahead, pick that up. Click the link below. But here's what you can do right now. You and your spouse can talk about what are the two prime energy like suckers in our life. Is it too many kids sports, right? Is it too much TV?
You're going to say too many kids.
Can't do much about that. Is it too much phone time, right? Is it too much work time? Again, it's like you're giving your best to your boss.
Yeah.
You can say no. Like obviously work hard, but don't overwork that you're exhausting yourself because you're trying to get the promotion and the raise and you're losing your spouse. You got to just have these conversations with your boo. And so listen, hey, I'm going to actually link the how to say no video right here. So if you're like, hey, I want to say no, I just don't know how to. See what I did there? I'm going to put it right here. You can click that link. We'll see you over there.